can you say a business is good or not? Quite simply, it's good if the money earned is more than the money spent. However, a business has to spend on long term stuff and short term stuff. For example, if your business spends on a new shop, this is a long term thing. If it spends on the cost of lemons because you're selling lemonade in a lemonade shop, this is a short term thing. When we say that a company breaks even, we are generally only comparing money earned against the short term stuff, like the ingredients which go into your lemonade, the salary you might pay to your lemonade maker and shop manager, the insurance and rent for your shop, advertising of your lemonade, taxes for your business, and other similar things. When you earn enough from selling lemonades to pay for these short term things, we may say that a company has reached its break even point. When you're not selling enough lemonades and not earning enough to pay for these short term things, your business is said to be losing money. When you're selling more than enough lemonades to earn more than enough money to pay for these short term things, this extra earnings is called profit. So when you're at break even point, you're not in a good situation, but you're also not in a bad situation. You have no profit, but also no loss. If you're still starting out in your business, you of course want to target reaching break-even point so that you don't lose money. Break-even analysis is when we try to find out how much sales we need so that your business can break even. But after a while, you'll want to do better than break even. You'll want to have some profit as well. So when we try to find out how much sales we need to be profitable, do we still call this break-even analysis? Normally, no. We now call this cost volume profit analysis, or CVP for short. With cost volume profit analysis, we try to find out how much sales we need to reach a certain target profit.
Hi guys, welcome back to the new semester. We are going to combine these ideas that we've been talking about: revenue, costs, profit, how to make a profitable business, that break-even point, right? When our business is not losing money, but we're not making money yet. All of these things, we're going to talk about the calculations behind them. So pause this, write down the example as I read it. Let's say your business sells lemonade for $3.50 each glass. Therefore, your revenue, keyword, can be modeled by the function R of X equals $3.50 X. Highlight that. Where X is the number of lemonades that I sell. That's important too. The costs for the business include the cost for each glass of lemonade. So those would include cups, lemons, sugar. But the longer term costs are also included. Those are things like rent, taxes, employees, the stand where you sell lemonade, the wood to build that stand. Now let's say the costs are modeled by this function. C of X equals 1.50x plus 240. We want to find the profit function, how much money we're making at the end of the day. That is modeled by P of X. So we don't have it yet, we need to do it. You may remember early in the year we learned a formula for this. So write it down, and that's P of X equals R of X minus C of X. This is the profit. This is the revenue. And this is the cost. So that's just an important little thing to remember. Oops, that did not work. Okay. Now we're going to plug in to find that profit function. So P of X is equal to, we don't know P of X, so that stays P of X, but we do know the revenue. Revenue, we said, was this. So it's equal to 3.50x. I put that in here in parentheses. Minus sign comes down. C of X, we knew what that was as well. So C of X was equal to 1.50x plus 20. I write that here. 1.50x plus 240. Excuse me, said that wrong. Okay, now you may remember, hopefully you do, what do I have to do next? Does anyone remember? Yes, you have to put a 1 in front of each parentheses. Okay, so you put a 1 in front of the parentheses if there's no number there. And then we're going to distribute. So I distribute here and I distribute here. Make sure when you distribute that you're careful about multiplication. So let's go through the distributing. 1 times 3.50, that stays 3.50x. Negative 1 times 1.50, that becomes negative 1.50x. Negative 1 times 240, that becomes negative 240. Pay close attention there. That's where people make mistakes. We're going to combine like terms. So these guys are like terms. Any ones that are like terms you combine together. And when I add that in my calculator, I get 2x, and I just bring down anything that's left. And this is my profit function. So this right here is my profit function. Now, in Delta Math, when they ask you to find the profit function, just when they ask for that, they're already going to give you, okay, so like here's an example, the P of x equals. So right here, it has the P of x equals. You don't have to write that. You just would type in whatever it's equal to, maybe 2x plus 6, whatever it is, okay? That's not what it is. All right, so that's our profit function. But now we want to know, what is the break-even point? So the break-even point, remember, is when we are no longer losing money, but we aren't making any money yet either. Therefore, our profit is 0. So P of x is equal to 0, meaning that where the P of x is, we're going to take that out and replace it with a 0 in that place. So let's see what this looks like. So I write the function P of x equals 2x minus 240. And now I'm going to replace my P of x with 0 because my profit is 0 at the break-even point. Everything else comes down exactly as it is. And now we just have a regular old school equation that we're going to solve, two-step equation. So we think about don't call Valerie after midnight. We don't have distribution. We don't have like terms. We don't have the variable on both sides. But we do have addition or subtraction. And the opposite of minus 240 is plus 240. And that cancels. We end up with 240 equals 2x. And we do have multiplication or division. So we divide by 2. And so x is equal to 120. That means that I must sell 120 lemonades in order to break even. That's important information to give to the sharks in Shark Tank. Okay, but we don't want to just break even. No, that's not good enough for me. It's not good enough for you. We want to make a profit. So let's say our goal was to make a profit of $6,000. Well, we're going to take our profit, right? Profit, I take my profit function. Always start with that. Equaled 2x minus 240. Let me just double check. Yep, 2x minus 240. Correct. Okay, so now I'm going to take what my profit is, $6,000, and I'm going to put that in for x, P of x. So not x, but the profit. My profit is going to be $6,000. The entire P of x comes out and $6,000 goes in. Bring everything else down, and now I solve it again just like a regular equation. We're going to, same steps that we just did, cancel out addition or subtraction. We have 2x equals 6,240, and we cancel out multiplication or division. And we have x equals, and I do that in my calculator, and I get 3,120. So in order to make a profit of $6,000, I need to sell 3,120. And that is all you need to know. The last thing I'm going to do is just show you on Delta Math how to type some of this stuff in. So, when you are in Delta Math, two things to keep an eye out. If you go to a problem, okay, look at the bottom here. If you see that it says problem 1 out of max 1, that means you don't get a second chance, okay? You only have one chance to get the right answer. So be careful with it, okay? Pay close attention, take your time, and make sure to show all your work because you can get partial credit. This is a summative assignment, so we're going to go through and give partial credit for the work you have on your paper. Here, in another problem, if on the bottom it doesn't say that, It just says attempt 1 out of 2, okay? It doesn't say that other thing. Then we know we're going to get more chances. So if we make a mistake, it's fine, okay? In any case, if you make a mistake, it's fine. Make sure if you're doing a problem and you look at it and you say, no, not that guy. You say, oh my goodness, there's so much reading in here. It's just explaining the story. So don't stress out. Just read it over and then understand what are they asking me to do, and you know how to do all the things. I guarantee it. Okay? So you got this. This is what you're going to be doing. It is due after break, but you can complete it before break. There is 2 videos to watch. The first video, which will be me, you need to take notes on. The second video, which is about Shark Tank a little bit, you don't need to take notes on. And that's it for this video for break. Have a wonderful vacation, and I'll see you guys after. Bye.